Hello everyone and welcome to Gaming FTL. My name is Josh and this is Vectagon, the early release edition. It's not complete yet, but this game is kind of like a forwards-facing avoider game in a similar strain to like Boson X, and it's got a whole bunch... Oh, here are the guys that made it. There you go. Special thanks to all those people as well. So yeah, I have been rather enjoying this. It's very easy to just keep on just pressing the restart button and then like instantly getting back into it, and I think that's kind of the strongest point of this game, is just that you can dive into it for a bit, fail a lot, and yeah, just try and beat your best time, and the game berates you for being really rubbish at it, which obviously it's a reaction based game, so most people are going to be kind of not great at it unless they've had a lot of time playing Super Hexagon or Boson X or what was the other one that I was thinking of? Velocibox. That's very difficult. I can't play Velocibox because it's just too hard. Now, one of the problems that I have with this game, and I have informed the developer, and I think a lot of people have been saying similar things, is that to play this, what I do is I focus on the furthest away barrier as it appears. But the fact that the track bends so quickly is a massive problem. No, I didn't think. Oh yeah, it's just kind of difficult when the track bends and you can't see exactly what lane. I think we'll call them lanes. Which lane the next barrier is on, especially when it's like a very radical. Oh god. Yeah, because I thought those were on different tracks just then, those last two barriers, and then they weren't, so I moved when I didn't need to, and it's kind of difficult. I think it's still in beta, so I'm sure there's some time and will to fix this or make it easier at least. I think when I was thinking about how this could be made easier is... Game called me a dick, how rude. To make this easier, I was thinking about Boson X, and what Boson X does is that it basically has, in the very far distance, there's literally nothing that you can see, and then stuff appears at a certain distance from you, and then you can very easily track like where things are in relation to you and stuff like that. And it gets easier probably just because of that. In my mind, at least. I don't really know. I'm not a proper game developer, and I've got very little experience developing games as complicated as this. But yeah, I think being able to easily track where things are coming from would be a massive advantage to the player. I don't know how easy they want it to be for a person, but yeah, being easier than this would be quite nice. I think, because it's a kind of trade-off, because obviously the track bending in front of you looks awesome. It really does, and that spiral when you transition between different shapes is pretty cool, and yeah, stuff like that. Also, I was thinking that, because obviously it goes from, oh damn, it goes from triangles to squares, and then to hexagons. So maybe there should be like a pentagon in between the square and the hexagon, because obviously that's just going up by one, making it kind of scale better. I have no idea whether that would work properly. I mean, logically, instead of adding two more sides to deal with straight off the bat, it might be easier to do with just one more side in between square and hexagon. I really don't know. But yeah, I think having like a set distance from you, having the track not move all that much would be way easier, and then in the distance from that, there aren't any barriers that spawn. I'm trying to describe a quite complicated concept whilst avoiding being splattered on red walls, so forgive me for not being able to articulate myself entirely correctly, but yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, especially with Boson X, you can see quite a lot. There's like a big hole in the middle of the screen, oops, where you can like kind of focus and see where things are coming at you from. So if the bit where the track twists was further away, and if the barriers kind of spawned just after the track was all twisty, because the twisty bit looks awesome, and then it kind of got into a slightly straighter, more easy to recognize shape and less twisty, and then the barriers spawned, and maybe having a bigger hole to look through in the center of the screen and not moving all over the screen like it is right now, like where my eyes are focusing changes as the tube bends and twists. So maybe having a less visually busy place where the barriers spawn would be helpful. I don't know if I've articulated myself particularly well here, but I think... Oh no, I got confused right then. I was like, left, right, left, right. No. Splat. Let's try some of the other things, the other versions. So minimalism basically is constantly a triangle, and it doesn't change, it just gets faster. But the other ones, just like, that one's quite slow. That one's pretty fast. I think that's about as fast as like the old beta version that I played, and then it goes super fast. Ah, man. Right. Let's see if I can get any further with this one. Not talking helps a great deal, just so you know. Oh, I didn't have to move for that. Oh, see, I didn't actually see that one coming. I was focused on the one beyond it, and I didn't see the one that I crashed into. So being able to focus on things and recognize things that are coming towards you is obviously essential. And yeah, it's just, oh my god, I can't talk and yeah. Another thing I was thinking about Super Hexagon, which obviously inspires this. Obviously it's 2D, but it, you know, the kind of progression between shapes is inspired by that game, and obviously it's a very inspiring game. It looks cool, it sounds great, as does this. I love the music. And it's a very clever concept. I think one concept that the game uses to its advantage is patterns. And from what I can tell, obviously the kind of the shapes that come for you are very they seem random. I've never seen specific patterns, although maybe that's just me. Yeah, patterns is definitely, because sometimes in Super Hexagon, sometimes it's random completely, but only for short stretches, and then it goes into one of the kind of patterns where you have to use a specific tactic that you've learned over many failures to get past it. And learning that is one of the kind of joys of that game. Once a specific pattern stops, whoa, what was that? Once a specific pattern stops beating you and you know how to get around it very easily, you feel really good about that, and that's one of the really cool things about that game. I don't think there are any specific patterns in this game. So, for instance, in Super Hexagon, there are some parts where you've got to go left, and then some where you've got to go left, right. That's an oversimplification of it, but if you've ever played that game, you know exactly what I mean. It comes up with identical obstacles in similar ways. I mean, it's one of those things where you can kind of go either way. Like, you can go left or you can go right, but either way you'll be doing the same thing, just kind of mirror imaged. And I'm not doing very well here, but yeah, I think that's one thing that possibly, I'm not entirely sure how it could be implemented for 3D things coming at you, because obviously on 2D you can anticipate the direction that things are coming for you a lot easier. And I think the ability to recognize things that are coming at you and you're going to crash. Pardon me, crash into is something that's whoa. I don't know what's going on there with that kind of lens flare or whatever it is. Whoops, wrong way. And yeah, I think it's a really cool game. People love this sort of thing. Velocibox, Vozon X, very popular, really good fun, and good for people that, you know, like a bit of low barrier to entry and yet high skill ceiling kind of games are really cool. And when this is fully developed, I'm sure this will be one of them. Anyway, I've waffled on about this game for far too long. There will be a link in the description to where you can download this if you are interested, and if you do check it out, please do leave me a comment and let me know what you think of it. If you have enjoyed my video, then please do give it a thumbs up, and if you want to discover more free, weird, cool and interesting indie games, then subscribe for daily videos. And until next time, don't get stuck in the triangle tube thing.